I'm going to attempt 112% completion in Hollow Knight, one of the hardest challenges in gaming. To do that, I have to beat the main story, complete most side quests, collect every charm, and defeat every single boss in the game. And oh no, we didn't stop there. I'm also going to face Path of Pain and Pantheons. Fucking hate this stupid
Anyway, how is your sex life?
I'm a virgin. I'm going to split this playthrough into 3 parts, completing the main story, doing the cleanup, and finishing challenges required for 112% completion. It's worth mentioning that I've never played Hollow Knight before, so I'm going into this entire journey completely blind, without even knowing if I'd be able to finish this, as the game stands at 10 out of 10 difficulty. But before any of that, let's launch the game for the first time. The game starts with me falling off a ledge.
I'm gay!
While trying to learn the controls, jumping, attacking, and basic navigation. Eventually, I stumble into this weird shrine that lets me restore my health by consuming soul, which you gain every time you hit an enemy. The downside of that you can only heal while standing still and trying to shit yourself. Before long, I found my first charm in the game. Charms can give you increased damage, shorter dash cooldowns, faster healing, and a bunch of other useful upgrades. I'll need to collect every single one of them later, but picking up the first one already gave me the charmed achievement. Not much later, I've reached the first town in the game, Dirtmouth. It's basically an abandoned place with one old guy sitting there, casually giving us a short version of what happened here. Apparently, everyone went underground through this giant well, looking for some mysterious orange goo that completely twisted their minds, and none of them ever came back, so naturally, that's exactly where I'm going. In the first area of the game, I met a grub who had lost his children. Judging by the size of this place, the man had somewhere around 40 or 50 of them. Damn, old guy still got it. And yes, I need to rescue every single one of them for an achievement. A little later, I met the map guy for the first time and bought the map for the first area. He shows up in every area of the game to sell you maps, and trust me, you need them when the map looks like this. My god, my brain is not ready for the amount of braining it would take to memorize all of this without the map. Not long after that, I set my first grub child, and somehow ended up fighting the first boss in the game. Except he felt more like a regular enemy than an actual boss. Yeah, finally the first boss. Oops. Wait, I didn't get hit. I thought I'm getting hit. Second phase. It's a Dark Souls game. I know there's gonna be... Wait, no, something is happening. I just killed a pregnant woman, and I enjoyed that. What the fuck? I also met another NPC merchant who will go back to town, a minor NPC and the cartographer's wife. She sells you a compass and an item that lets you upgrade your map even further. The compass is extremely useful because it finally lets me see exactly where I am on the map instead of guessing like an idiot. With the compass equipped, it was time to start checking every room in the area, and that's when I ran into this chunky dude who's basically a mini boss. I absolutely destroyed him without taking a single hit.
Why the fuck you lying?
It's just all about spacing. Go back and forth, and he's dead. Hello, little grub. Soon, I encountered the first real boss of the game, the False Knight. All this guy does is slam his huge hammer and jumps around the arena. But he's pretty slow, which makes him easy enough to dodge. Oh, I've forgotten about the wave. Oh, I guess I'm dead. No, that's a cool sound effect. Oh, I thought he was dead. There you go, easy one. You're still not dead. How much am I supposed to hit you? He's still not dead. Eventually, he fell to the hand of a higher creature, which gave me the achievement. Right after that, the game throws you into this location where an old lady grants you the ultimate ability by almost annihilating you. So now I can shoot a bazooka round. Holy moly, it does a lot of damage. This lets me kill those armored enemies that were blocking the path to the next area of the game. But just a few minutes before that, my stupid ass got sidetracked and I ended up in a dead end I definitely wasn't meant to pass through yet. Somehow, I managed to pogo jump my way there anyway. How am I supposed to do that? Like this? Oh yeah, I'm doing that. God damn. Only to meet this boss that immediately wrecked me. I'm dead. Yeah, I should probably leave that problem for later. Once I reach the second area, Green Path, I explore for a bit until I find my way to the next boss. Silk Song? This girl can jump, throw her nail, and charge straight at you. Unfortunately, I only had 2 HP at a time, so I died pretty fast. But the second attempt went a lot smoother. Oh, yeah, I'm breaking her ankles so hard. Die already! And I managed to defeat her, which gave me the achievement and the dash ability. One of the most important movement upgrades in the game, because it opens so many new places to explore. As I kept exploring, I met South the Mighty for the first time, and he's clearly the strongest warrior in this universe, at least in his own head. I also met this very healthy looking man who sells one-time use charms, so naturally, I bought all of them. The trick is, whenever you break a charm, you can come back and pay 350 geo to restore it. By the way, I never mentioned this, but every time you kill an enemy, you get rewarded with the in-game currency called geo. It works the same way as Souls games. If you die, you lose all your money, but you can return to the place where you died, kill your shade, and get everything back. Did I get it? Yeah. Heading back to town, I bought my first health fragment. In this game, you need to collect 4 of these fragments to increase your maximum health by 1. There's also a similar upgrade for your soul meter, but for that one, you only need 3 fragments in total. I also went back to the Grubfather after saving 3 of his children, and like the absolute legend he is, he rewarded me with some money and another health fragment. W Father. So now that I had the dash unlocked, I decided to go back to that previous boss and give it another try. I still died 2 more times, but once I finally got used to his attacks, I managed to pull it off and was rewarded with another health fragment. After buying 1 more from the town merchant, I finally upgraded my health for the first time and got the achievement. A bit later, I stumbled into a new area of the game, Mantis Village, home of these annoying bugs, and also the place where I got one of the most crucial movement abilities in the entire game, Mantis Claw. This ability lets you slide on walls and jump off of them, which instantly makes the movement feels so much smoother. Now, the game finally starts opening up, and I'm ready to fight some bosses. Except I accidentally wander into another area instead, the City of Tears. And my god, this place is beautiful. The music, the colors, the design of the whole area, it hits you right in the balls. Good job, devs.
Good job!
I also found a blacksmith guy, which meant I could forge my nail for the first time and increase my damage. In the city, I stumbled into a shop where I could sell the random items I had found and make some good money. I also talked to Zoth the Mighty for the second time. I'll be hating this guy till the end of my days when I'll fight him in his boss form. I met this forgotten warrior.
Finally the boss!
It's not a boss. Who gave me the slash ability that I'll never use because you have to charge it for a couple of seconds and this game does not let you stand still long enough. Also found a new spell, Howling Wraith. It allows you to shoot a cloud of soul above you, a very powerful spell. With wall climbing unlocked, I went back to Mantis Village, where I found these 3 judges sitting there like they were about to sentence me to death. Turns out, they were actually a boss I could challenge. At first, it seems pretty easy, since the boss only has 3 moves: dashing into you, dropping from the sky, and launching these spinning spears. But oh god, the moment 2 of them jump at you at the same time, the shit gets real. What? Okay, this has become a little bit more harder. God damn. And I died. And then I died again. So I had to lock in. God damn it, it was too fast. Nice. Killed 1. Oh, that's it. That was easy. Also, I got the achievement for defeating them. Right after that, the game throws you into the worst area in the entire game, Deep Nest. It's dark, it's confusing, it's loud. and there aren't even that many bosses to make the trauma worth it. But at least by the end of the area, I found a train pass, which lets you travel huge distances and connect some of the areas together. Once I made it back to the town with some money, I finally bought the lantern, which grants you the ability to see in these really dark areas. So I headed to Crystal Peak. This place is basically a giant maze full of platforming, challenges, and annoying enemies. But I managed to push through it and eventually ended up in this strange area where some gods told me that I had to kill 3 dreamers. And to help me do that, they gave me a new weapon, the Dream Nail.
What the dog doing? Stupid.
And let me tell you something, this thing is amazing. Not because it gives you some crazy attack or massive damage, but because whenever you hit an enemy or an NPC with it, you can read their thoughts. Isn't that cool? The gods teleported me to this old lady seer. She will reward you with a bunch of stuff if you collect a dream essence. This is a new currency specifically tied to the lady, and I'll be needing to collect 2400 of these for the achievement. You can get it from these dream trees scattered around the map or from dream bosses hidden throughout the game. Dream Nail also unlocks optional bosses that are way harder than their original forms. And the first thing that I encountered right after meeting Seer was Failed Champion. My god, I was going insane. I fought this guy for 3 hours straight, and not once did I even reach the 3rd phase. This boss is basically the same version of the False Knight, except now he's way faster, deals twice the damage, and has a lot more HP. He constantly drops rocks from the sky, and because my nail was only upgraded once, I was severely underleveled. You know how many hits it takes for him to transition between phases?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 20, 29, 22, 23, 24, that's great, 25 hits, 26, 31, 37, 38, 40, 41, 41 hit, and he's not dead.
So naturally, I died a lot.
What hit me up? Ready. Jump!
Just relax and move on, okay? No.
Fine.
Okay, I gave up. Not to waste any more time, I decided to explore other areas. Maybe find some breakable walls, secrets, anything useful. And only after 40 minutes of hitting every single wall I could, I discovered exactly one breakable wall. I also stumbled onto my first Dream Warrior, and the fight went very well. This boss just flies around the arena while you try to avoid flying ghosts, doing some platformer, and beat him to death. Oh, I have to listen. Yeah, I'm doing well. I think I'm doing well. God damn. Why am I so bad? Oh, okay. She can hit me too. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing great. The second attempt went about the same. We're not gonna talk about that. But the third one is where things finally changed.
There you go, baby! Boom!
Eventually, I worked my way back to the Crystal Peak, where I met the first boss of the area. And after fighting the Failed Champion, this guy felt easier than the regular enemy. He just jumps, shoots one laser, and that's it. Easy boss, moving on. A couple of minutes into the area, I got one of the most broken movement abilities in the game, Super Dash. It lets you fly in a straight line until you hit an obstacle, which is perfect for crossing all those huge gaps on the map that I couldn't reach earlier.
That's insane! Oh, I can do it now here, right? Oh, this is just broken, man.
Since there was nothing else left for me to do in Crystal Peak, I fell down this huge hole and found another Dreamer boss. He mostly shoots nails at you, so it's not too hard to dodge at first, until he starts summoning 4 of them.
What?
And shooting way more often. I only managed to beat him on my 3rd attempt.
Oh my god, look at me dodging.
So now it's time to go back to the City of Tears and explore the area even further, which eventually led me to the boss of this area. Chad was telling me this one wasn't easy and that I was going to struggle. Basically, this guy teleports like crazy, dashes into you, and spawns orange orbs all over the place. But since I'm built different, I beat him on my 1st attempt and got the achievement for beating the Soul Master.
Yeah, and I got the achievement. Oh, the wrong sound.
Also, I got the dive ability, which lets me destroy crumbling floors. Soon after that, I bought some additional charms and got the enchanted achievement for acquiring half of the charms in the game. Acquired half of Hallownest charms, let's go. I went back to the blacksmith again and upgraded my nail one more time. It was time to go back to the failed champion and tried him again. And I kid you not, I beat that guy on my first attempt. I'll just let the clip play. Oh my god, this is so faster. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We can do this. We can actually do this. Yeah, what is this jump, man? I hate these jumps. That's not fair. It's the first time. It's actually the first time I did that. Oh my god, this is the first time I got to the third phase. Oh my god, I'm sweating so hard. Oh my god, what am I doing? Please die, please. Oh my god, I did it. Really? First time? Wait, he's not dead. Oh my god, how many phases do you have? So far, this was the hardest boss in the game for me, and I got the strength achievement for beating him. After beating the hardest boss I had faced so far, I was feeling way too confident, so I thought, why not try Soul Tyrant right away? This is the harder version of Soul Master. He's a lot faster, shoots even more projectiles, but turns out it's not even that bad. Yeah, I dashed into him. That's my bad. That's my bad. It's not over. I do remember that. What? And on my next attempt, I beat him and got the Mortality achievement. Defeat the Soul Tyrant. I decided not to stop the boss rush there, so I went to clear out all the available dream bosses at a time. The first one was this guy with bells, and I beat him on my first try. It's not even that hard. Then there was this guy throwing a huge sword at me, but I also beat him on my first try. Soon after that, I finally got back to the main story and made my way into a spider village, where I met these guys. And of course, the moment I sat on a bench, they trapped me and dragged me into a spider nest. So I wandered around for a few minutes, killed a bunch of tough enemies, and reached my first dreamer. And after beating her, I got the beast achievement. Now, only 2 dreamers left. After doing a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, I got back on track by exploring new areas and eventually found the Royal Waterways. This is basically the sewer area of the game, swarming with nasty bugs, traps, and useful items, including the last health fragment I needed for another health upgrade. Eventually, I ran into the boss of the area, Dunk Defender, or as they call him, the poop guy. He throws these shit balls at you that are actually pretty easy to dodge. The real problem is his dive attack, because for some reason I just couldn't react to it. The fight got unnecessarily close, but I managed to heal at the very end, kill him, and earn another achievement and a new charm. With the boss down, I headed into the next area of the game, Ancient Basin, where I met my next boss, Broken Vessel. At first, he seemed really fast and overwhelming, so of course I lost my first attempt. But once I slowed down, stopped rushing for hits, and focused on avoiding all the goo hit speeds everywhere, the fight became way easier. On the next attempt, he went down, rewarding me with the release achievement. And finally, the coolest move in the game, double jump. But as soon as I turned back to the arena, I realized there was a stronger version of the boss. No way. I have to fight the harder version of this guy? And let me tell you, he's not exactly an easy walk in the park. This dude is insanely fast. He keeps dashing into you, jumps on top of you faster than teleporting, and spawns these little shits in the air that stop you from healing. Naturally, I died a lot. Still, for some people this boss takes ages, but for me, it only took 6 attempts, so I guess I'm just that good at the game, right? Eventually, after fully exploring the area, I found a white armor guy I could challenge to a fight, so I couldn't do it yet, since my nail apparently wasn't upgraded enough, but I already had 1900 essence, and I totally figured that out myself, and my chat didn't help me at all. She rewarded me with a bunch of stuff and upgraded my nail to its fullest potential. But my stupid ass got sidetracked again and completely forgot about the white armored guy, so I somehow ended up back in the first area of the game. Turns out, after you kill that boss, this area becomes infected. The enemies are much stronger, navigating through the area becomes more annoying, and oh god, I hate these bomba clap enemies. Working my way through the area, I went back to the Grandfather, who gave me a silver shower for saving a bunch of his children, so I gained 1000 geo. I also met Groot.
I meant Gorp. From this point in the game, he's my personal favorite Dream Warrior, mostly because of the music and the overall vibe of the fight. Dude, listen to the music. Nonetheless, he goes down pretty fast. My next discovery was the Enraged Guardian. Basically, Crystal Guardian's angrier older brother. Same lasers, same attacks, except now he's faster and hits twice as hard. Unfortunately for him, he was facing a highly trained Hollow Knight professional, who dies to the easiest bosses in the game. It's a lot easier than I thought. I also found a shopkeeper's key and this old lady trapped in a crystal who gave me a Descendant Dark ability. I don't really know what the difference is between the two versions, but I assume this one just does more damage. Once I activated my last brain cell, I realized I had completely forgot about the white armored guy, so I'm back for the challenge, baby. Well, I died to the boss, which is embarrassing, but beating him doesn't actually give you a normal reward. It sends you into the White Palace. For anyone who somehow doesn't know, this is where Hollow Knight stops being a boss fighting game and turns into a precision platformer filled with spikes, saw blades, and emotional damage. But everyone knows how painful this place is, so instead of explaining it, let me just show you. After surviving the White Palace, I was rewarded with the first half of King's Soul Charm, the White Fragment. Unfortunately, one half of a charm is pretty useless, so now I had to find the second piece to complete it, and just when I thought this section was finally over, someone in the chat said this. Welcome to the Pass of Pain, and... No! 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 Literally at the end. And after everything this place put me through, I somehow managed to die. I just sat there staring at my screen, questioning every decision that led me to this moment. I just gave up. And that's when I realized this game is not for pussies. I had to pull myself together, accept defeat for now, and go do something else before I completely lost my mind. So I went back to exploring, bought some rancid eggs from this guy, and honestly, even this far into the game, I still had no idea what the hell they were even for. While exploring, I randomly found this mysterious keyhole with absolutely no idea what I was unlocking. I went inside and discovered Got Home, and after seeing what was waiting for me there, it became the fastest fuck no of my life, so I left immediately. Soon after, I found the boss of the area, and my brother did not put up a fight at all. After destroying him, I got another charm, and deeper into the area, I discovered Isma's Tear, which finally allowed me to swim through acid water without instantly melting my face off. With the new ability unlocked, it was time to head back to the City of Tears and continue the main story. But of course, Hollow Knight couldn't just let me walk straight to the Dreamer, so first, I had to deal with these guys guarding her. And I have to say, this might be one of the most annoying fights in the entire game. At first, it seems pretty simple. He swings his sword, jumps around, turns into a giant ball, and rolls across the arena. Difficult, but manageable. Doesn't sound too bad, right? Wrong. Because then the game decides one wasn't enough and throws two of them at you at the same time. Now the entire arena turns into complete chaos. And somehow, you have to defeat 5 of them in total. Obviously, I got destroyed a few times.
How am I supposed to do this?
but once I started panicking and actually learned the pattern, I finally took them down. With the guards out of my way, I reached the Dreamer and gave her the legendary face slap, leaving only one sleeper remaining. And what's the best thing to do after beating a difficult boss? Exactly, waste your life searching for secrets. Someone in the chat told me there was something hidden somewhere around King Station, so naturally I spent 40 freaking minutes attacking every single wall, questioning reality and slowly losing my mind, only to discover I was literally just supposed to swim through the water. Come on, you have to agree this is not possible.
We don't care.
I didn't really like the idea of entering an area through some random hidden shortcut, so I decided I'd find the proper way there later. For now, there was only one thing left to do: hunt down the final Dreamer. This one was protected by a giant jellyfish, and apparently my tiny nail was completely useless, so I have to wait till my friend that I've met a couple of times throughout the playthrough got her defense and create an opening for me to hit her. Do that a couple more times, and just like that, the jellyfish goes down. Now we can finally proceed and slap the last Dreamer cheeks to death. With all 3 Dreamers dead, the entrance to the final boss of the game is now available. Since we still have a ton of stuff left to do before finishing the game, I met my abomination of the whole game. This one is even worse than losing the Pass of Pain. Meet Marmu. No. One of the Dream Warrior bosses. Wait. You may be wondering, what's so bad about this guy? Technically, you just hit him and bounce him around like you're playing volleyball. But on my first attempt, I didn't know that. So I tried dodging and died pretty fast. But the problem is, I had 8500 Geo and completely forgot that I needed to collect them before fighting the boss again. So I died and lost all my money I was collecting all this time. Fuck you, Marmu. With me being empty inside after Path of Pain and money incident, I went back to the City of Tears and found the Shade Soul upgrade. After that, I was ready to explore Kingdom's Edge, where I encountered my second fight with Hornet. It's pretty much the same fight with the same moaning, but now she's twice as fast and spreads needles around the arena, making the fight much harder. Despite all of that, it was still pretty easy, and I beat her in my first try, rewarding me with another achievement and the King's Brand. This item lets you enter the Abyss later, which is basically the home of the Hollow Knights. Finishing Kingdom's Edge, I found the Coliseum. Coliseum. I call it Coliseum. Just get off of me, okay? The Coliseum consists of 3 different trials where the game basically locks you in the arena and throws endless waves of enemies at you until either survive or get completely destroyed. Beat all 3 challenges and you're gonna be rewarded with an achievement and those precious completion percentages I desperately needed for 100%. I went in for the first trial, killed a bunch of enemies, 2 mother box at the end, and then faced the true warrior of the trial, Zod the Mighty. I didn't mention this guy too much throughout the whole video, but he's a legendary warrior and killing him at the end made me feel terrible. I mean, look how cute he is. Oh my god, this is so sad. Dude, please win. I'm sorry. The second Coliseum isn't that bad, until the end where you face these 2 bosses who shoot orange goo. It's pretty easy to dodge at first, but once you kill one of them, the other one goes full berserk mode and restores full HP. I died on my first attempt, but I took it like a boss. On the second attempt, I went in more prepared. I defeated the bosses, earned 1000 Geo, and got another piece of Pale Ore for upgrading my weapon. Feeling confident after the win, I immediately jumped into the third challenge. I have to say, I kept it inside me for the entire playthrough, but it finally came out when I faced these enemies. This fucking cheating aimbot, a little flying fucking annoying piece of orange shit. Yeah, these things, I hate these fucking things with aimbot. Holy shit, I hate these guys. No matter how hard I focus in dodging, I just couldn't figure out the timing of these shots. Every single time I thought I understood the pattern. Nope, another one straight to the face. Anyways, I got to the end of the challenge, but I wasn't expecting a new boss there, and without knowing the pattern, obviously I died. It's not specifically hard, but it is extremely time consuming. It drains you because every attempt takes around 10 to 12 minutes of intense fighting just to reach the final boss and die again. I still did it 3 more times, and on my 4th attempt I finally got him. So that's where the Coliseum is finished. 5 minutes later, I found this weird black void boss, the Collector. He throws low level enemies at you and jumps around, so it's not that hard. But beating him rewards you with an achievement and the map that marks the location of every grub. What is this?
What?
After killing the collector, I thought I was ready to beat the Path of Pain again. And to be honest, it only took me 20 minutes to finish it, but I'll play the clip so you can just admire the music of this place. This is a simple masterpiece. Just listen to this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did it. Oh my god, I did it. Go jump for the win. Go jump for the win, baby. No! I fucking did that.
And still, it feels so satisfying to finally finish it. Soon after, I accidentally bumped into the abyss door that I could open with the crown key I got earlier. And let me tell you something, this area only has a couple of rooms, but there is no way you can figure out even one secret here with your own brain cells. I won't buy it, shut up in the comments. With the help of my loving chatters on Twitch, I was able to get Shade Cloak, which lets you dash through enemies, projectiles, and those black walls blocking certain paths. Then I got the Abyss Shriek. My next stop was Kingdom's Edge, where I faced my final Dream Warrior. This guy just floats around the arena and hiding behind two shields and constantly throwing swords at you. Sounds annoying, but honestly, not a big deal for a professional gamer like myself. Unfortunately, I had no idea the same guy would come back later in the Pantheons and make me regret every word I just said. Eventually, my exploration led me to the final area I hadn't visited yet, the Hive. Deep inside was the guardian of the entire place, the Hive Knight. The fight was actually going pretty well, until I made one small mistake and died right before finishing him off. Not a big deal, right? Except Hollow Knight decided my punishment should be a 5-minute walk of shame all the way back to the arena. And after finally getting there again, boom, dead. While hunting down the last few secrets, I accidentally discovered one of the creepiest bosses in the game, Nosk. After that terrifying introduction, I expected an absolute nightmare of a fight, but apparently his master plan was running left, running right, jumping around, and throwing stuff everywhere. A simple strategy that somehow still worked because of course I died. But once I understood what was happening, attempt number 2 finished the job. With Nas defeated, I went back doing something much more important, rescuing every single grub in the game. A peaceful mission, at least that was the plan, until this angry mantis decided to ruin my day. The Trader Lord itself wasn't too complicated, a few attacks, nothing crazy, until he pulled out this massive shockwave and I immediately learned I was standing in the wrong place. Luckily, attempt number 2 went much better and the angry bug was gone. Behind him, I finally met a white lady, who apparently is my mother? Honestly, at this point, the lore was so deep that I was just sitting there pretending I understood anything. But confusing family reunion or not, she gave me exactly what I needed, the second white fragment. With a full white charm collected, I went to see her with 2400 essence, listened to another shit ton of dialogue, and she died? We'll remember you, old lady. Or maybe not. Back to exploration, I found the most broken charm in the game.
This is the most broken one in the game, I'm guessing.
Which lets you swing your nail at the speed of a light and massively increase your potential damage. I also found all the grubs, and Papa rewarded me with a new charm. Also, I got scammed by the bank guy. So now, it's time to face the last boss of the game. In the story, this is your brother, who became the vessel of the infection that caused all the problems in this world. But something happened, and the infection broke out of the cocoon and spread everywhere. As you can see, my brother's consciousness is still somewhere inside, and he's trying to help me by stabbing himself and weakening the infection. So after defeating him, we consume the infection and become a new vessel. This is the end of the game and the credits roll.
Yeah. Round of applause for the Team Cherry. Holy shit. What a journey. That was great. Yeah, I got shivers all over my body. Yeah, what a masterpiece. What a masterpiece.
By the way, I was at 100% when I finished the game. With the first ending done, it was time to get the other two. You see, I got the white charm for a reason. Without combining it and transforming into the black one, I won't be able to get the other endings. So naturally, I went to the abyss and upgraded my charm into the void heart. I also found the last stack station, where I got my final soul fragment and an empty eggshell that proves another little stack is still somewhere out there. Thank God someone is surviving instead of dying in this game. With the black void at my disposal, I got the second ending and rolled the credits again. For the third ending, you have to enter inside of a Hollow Knight and face the Radiance. This boss is no doubt the hardest boss in the game so far. Before the fight even starts, the boss hits you with widescreen IRL, so now you're blinded for the half of it. Every single attack deals 2 damage, the boss has a ton of HP, and you have to dodge basically everything the game throws at you. It took me a while, but I finally slapped his radiant eyes and got the last ending of the game, rewarding me with another achievement. At this point, only 3 things stood in my way: DLC content, Pantheons, and delivering this freaking flower. Basically, this girl gives you a flower and asks you to deliver it to some kind of grave. The only problem is that the flower is delicate. You cannot use the fast travel, you can use trains, and you can't take a single hit, otherwise the flower breaks, and you have to carry it across the entire map. Yeah, apologies to my lady for breaking so many flowers.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Open it.
Dash faster.
Why?
Why? Cause I'm bad at the game. Why? Yeah, I destroyed another one.
At this moment here, I'm just 3 jumps away from finishing this challenge. It's finally over. No! So on my very next attempt, it was finally done.
It's fucking done. Finally. Oh my god. 1 hour later, it's done.
And my lady gave me the last health fragment that upgrades my HP to the fullest and grants me another achievement. With the main areas almost finished, it was finally time to jump into the DLC. And everything started when I discovered this mysterious circus group that somehow appeared in Dirtmouth out of nowhere. Their leader gave me a pretty simple task: travel across the kingdom and collect these strange flames scattered around the map. Sounds easy enough. If the Hollow Knight taught me anything, is that whenever something looks easy, there's probably something waiting to ruin your day. And after collecting all the flames, the Cream Child was finally upgraded. And now it was time to face the man himself, Grim. And this guy was no joke. He's teleporting all over the arena, throwing fireballs, summoning spikes from the ground, basically combining every annoying attack you can possibly imagine. But surprisingly, after everything the game already put me through, it wasn't that bad. Attempt number 2 and the leader of the circus was gone. And just when I thought the DLC was finished, I found him, Nightmare King Grim. And my first attempt told me everything I needed to know. This guy is rapid. He's teleporting across the arena, he barely gives you a time to heal, and every mistake costs you 2 masks. Most of the fight is just me desperately trying to survive while sneaking in 1 hit whenever he allows it. Naturally, I got destroyed a lot.
Tornado, I need to find. What? Oh my god, what am I doing? I can't hit her. This is the easiest attack.
But something weird started happening after like 40 minutes of fighting him. The more I fought him, the less it felt like a boss fight and more like a learning a dance. Every dash, every jump, every attack had a rhythm. And when everything finally clicked, beating him didn't even feel like defeating an enemy. It felt like we just finished the performance together.
Yeah, I need that.
I'm gonna come.
With the DLC out of the way, only one thing stood between me and 112% completion: the Pantheons. Basically, Hollow Knight takes every boss you already suffered against and says, what if you had to fight them again? But this time, back to back with no checkpoints. Yeah, sounds fun. The Pantheons are 4 boss gauntlets, each harder than the last. Starting with the first one, I was thrown back against some of the earlier bosses in the game: False Knight, Brooding Mowlek, the Angry Mother, this red looking creature, and if
few others. But there was only one tiny difference. The first time I fought all of these guys, I was a scared little buck with a nail. Now I had a max upgrades, the strongest charms, and way too much confidence. And that confidence lasted right until the final fight against the Nail Brothers, two bosses that don't even appear in the main game, and because I underestimated them, they immediately humbled me. No way! But attempt number 2 went much better, and with the brothers bowing to me, the first Pantheon was complete. The second Pantheon started pretty much the same, more familiar faces, more revenge, and honestly, I was destroying everything until I reached the final boss, Pain Master Shio. Unlike his brothers, this guy fights with a giant brush, covering the entire arena with attacks. But after everything I'd already survived, all I needed was a little patience, a few good dodges, and another master was down. Two Pantheons finished, 2 left. And this is where Hollow Knight stopped messing around. The third Pantheon, Sage. This one brought back some of the biggest problems of my entire playthrough. The Grim Return, God Tamer is here, and worst of all, the goat himself, Zod the Mighty in his dream form. I don't know what it is about this guy, but my brain just refused to understand him. He jumps everywhere, falls randomly, summons exploding creatures, and somehow this complete disaster of a boss kept destroying me. But Zod wasn't even the biggest problem, because waiting right after him was my true enemy, the freaking Umu jellyfish. This fight should be easy. You literally just launch a jellyfish into him and attack. That's it. And somehow this floating balloon ruined multiple runs.
I'm dead!
Fucking Umu!
It's payback time.
And after finally escaping the jellyfish nightmare, I reached someone I never expected to fight, our old shopkeeper friend. Turns out, this little rat has secretly been one of the strongest nail masters in the entire kingdom. He's flying around, spinning like a saw blade, which by the way, after White Palace I have a serious saw PTSD, and even pulls out a helicopter attack. And yeah, he destroyed me. But now, it was personal. I'm back for revenge, my guy.
What is happening? Oh my god. Bow to me, you bitch! Okay.
Third Pantheon complete. At this point, this whole playthrough, this whole journey comes down to one last challenge, the first Pantheon. This Pantheon introduced basically all of the late game bosses in one run. And to be fair, most of them are pretty doable. Crystal Guardian, Lost King, Traitor Mantis, White Defender, Fail Champion, the guy I already spent hours training against, and then, at the very end, the game introduces you to a harder version of the Hollow Knight, the Pure Vessel. And little did I know, this guy is an absolute demon. He was so fast that on my first attempt, I didn't even understand what happened. First second I'm here and the next second I'm just dead. So you know what that means. Time for practice, baby. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, in the God Home, you'll be able to practice every single boss in the game infinitely. So you come prepared whenever you face a boss in an actual challenge. The trick is, you won't be able to face the bosses you never encountered previously. So you had to get to the boss in the Pantheon for the first time, and then you can practice it for as long as you want. So I spent an hour straight practicing this guy, and in that entire hour, I only managed to kill him once or twice. This dude is insanely fast, and reacting to some of his attacks feels almost impossible at first. He's teleporting back and forth, dashing into you at light speed, summoning spikes, throwing oval bombs, pulling out tentacles, mixing in melee attacks. Holy shit, how many tricks do you have? By the end of practice, I still wasn't even confident that I could kill him in an actual run, but at least I started to understand the rhythm of the fight. I started to feel the timing, the speed, the tiny windows where I could actually punish him. To be honest, he became my favorite boss of the whole game. He's badass, the fight is so satisfying and rewarding, it's just a great design from dev team. So with that a little bit of confidence, I went back into the Pantheon for another attempt. And I'm not joking, I made it through the entire Pantheon all the way back to the Pure Vessel, and this is how the fight went. Please, I need this, just focus up, just... Oh my god, I got him! I genuinely couldn't believe it was over. After everything this game threw at me, after every boss, every death, every stupid platforming section, every single painful mistake, the journey was finally complete. 112% achieved.
112%.
But you didn't really think I'd leave you hanging here, right? Because we still have one last bonus section. With every other challenge finished, there was only one thing left between me and full completion, the 5th Pantheon.
Let's go.
And this was not even close to anything I had done before. This challenge took me around 3 or 4 full days, probably 15 to 20 hours of attempts, and for most of that time, I wasn't even sure if I could actually beat it. Because the problem with the 5th Pantheon is not just the final boss, the problem is getting there. And every time I died, I had to start the whole thing again. The Pantheon contains 42 bosses, introducing every single boss in the game, but with a harder challenge. For example, you're not fighting just one flying bug, but 2. The Mother has spikes in the arena. With Mantis Lords, you're not fighting just 2 of them at the same time, but now all of them jump at you simultaneously. But to be completely honest, it is still one of the coolest and satisfying fights in the entire game. The next obstacle for me was Umu. Now the arena doesn't have a floor, and I still have no clue why I lost like 3 or 4 runs to this thing.
Fucking hate this stupid jello thing, man.
The best strategy is to not rush for hits, just wait it out and you'll be done with it. Nask is now flying for some reason, but the fight itself is extremely easy. Instead, it's just long and time consuming. So after hours of attempts, I kept dying to Little Red.
I just fucking hate this. Like, this whole process is so miserable.
I died to a White Defender probably 6 times or even more. But record holder of ruining my runs belongs to this guy, Zod the fucker. I simply hate this guy. I never happened to learn the pattern. I kept dying, and he's close to the 30 minutes mark into the Pantheon. Imagine the frustration after every defeat. In like 15-20 attempts, I could never even reach the final boss of the Pantheon. At this point, I seriously thought about quitting. I had already spent so much time on this game. I had already beaten so many hard challenges, and this one just felt different. It didn't feel hard in a fun way anymore. It felt exhausting. I was genuinely depressed. This is simply not fun. But the next day, I had to pull myself together and I kept going. Run after run, I slowly got better. I started reaching the later bosses more often. I got more comfortable with Shio. I stopped throwing as many attempts to Umu, and I still hated Zod. But at least I was surviving him. And then, after what felt like attempt 30 or 50, I finally reached Pure Vessel. I practiced this guy so much, I beat him without getting hit. So here the fight went great, and I met the absolute Radiance for the first time. And of course, I died immediately. The fight was so much faster and more chaotic than anything before. And after finally reaching her in an actual Pantheon, I realized I wasn't ready. So I went into practice mode. For the next 2 or 3 hours, I fought absolute Radiance over and over again. And even after all of that practice, I still wasn't consistent. I could beat her maybe once every 5 or 6 attempts, which is not good when you need to beat every boss in the game, spend 40 to 50 minutes getting to the end to get one real chance. But at that point, I didn't really have another option, but I kept practicing until the fight at least started to make sense. The whole trick to the Radiance fight is to just keep dodging whenever he's attacking. Otherwise, you get distracted by trying to avoid his attacks and attacking him back at the same time. So I went back into the Pantheon, and after a few more failed runs, I finally got another attempt that reached the end. I made it through the early bosses, I survived Shio, the Umu is gone, and I even started liking this boss because it was so easy. The Zod, I hate this guy even after months of editing, and now I reached the Pure Vessel again.
I can't see. I can't even see. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm actually feeling terrible. This is the second time I'm here. Out of like 40 fucking attempts. My heart is fucking pumping. I can't stop smiling, and I'm distracted. Holy shit, I got hit only once. Or twice. Just dodge, don't hit it. Ah, white screen. Okay, that's cheating. Okay, just dodge. Don't attack, just dodge. We're not attacking, we're dodging. We're not attacking, we're dodging. We're only attacking whenever he's attacking. That's the strat. Stop summoning these fucking balls, man. You pussy. I hate this attack. Please, just keep dodging. Just keep dodging. You don't need to hit her. This motherfucker ain't that strong. Just keep dodging. That's all you have to do, my boy. This is actually not going bad, man! Oh my god. My heart is pumping. Okay, the second phase. This is the hard one. Okay, this is really good. Okay, the start is really good. Oh my god, this is actually good. Oh my god, this is actually so good. Oh my god, already! The third phase! Oh my god. Please don't fumble this. Please don't fumble this. Oh my god. My heart is fucking racing right now. Oh my god. Please don't fumble this. Where? Oh my god, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oh my god, I got it! I'm not even happy. I spent so many fucking time. Oh my god. I'm not even happy. Oh my god. She hit me only once. Oh my microphone. Holy shit, this is a new cutscene. Oh my god, I'm gone. I'm gone. Oh my god. This is finally over. This is finally over. Oh man. I don't care even about the fucking screen or anything that is happening. Some lore shit. Wait, what is happening? Oh, the void coming to the god home. Holy shit. Oh, is it me like killing the gods? Because I became the void? Holy shit. Happy. I'm so happy that is done. I became the fucking monster and I'm gonna kill every Pain and Pantheon. The fucking achievement pop up. I'll take for this fucking game. Uninstall it from my PC. I never want to play this game again.
So yeah, it was my 112% journey, and I have to say, I don't know how I missed this game earlier, but now it has become one of my best. It's just a simple masterpiece in every way possible. From the design, to the music, the gameplay, everything felt satisfying except this guy. I'll see you in the next one.